In this video, I'll be sharing my version of the minimalism game, which kept me busy all over the August. First of all, we with my husband are not the minimalists in that meaning. We have too many chairs, too many tables, and too many books, what we are going on further keeping. On the other hand, we don't need so many things, and we are constantly decluttering. But I was curious, couldn't we have even less? I always like to have a mission, and somehow came up with the minimalism game. The idea of this game is that on the first day you are removing one item from your home, 2 items on the second day, 3 on the day 3, and so on. On the day 30 you would have decluttered 465 items. At the beginning it was easy, but at the level 20 I got the real struggles on finding more items to reduce. And I would be lying if I said that I was very consequent, as in some days I collected more for those days when I hadn't time or energy. And I also did almost all filming at the end, as I wanted to see the final result and the dimensions, and they are overwhelming. Day 1. The most easy day. 1 HDMI cable, for we have nothing to connect with it anymore. Day 2. 2 tank tops, which never staying where they meant to be. I love them. I hate them. Just go away. On the day 3, I found this stint with probably 3 years old decaffeinated coffee, filters for coffee maker we never had, and a sign for nowhere to hang. Not bad. Day 4. 4 winter pieces, where 1 is too big, 1 is too old, and 2 are too small. They can definitely go. Day 5. I am a knitter, but I prefer interchangeable knitting needles instead. Pity for the wooden ones, but an idea about them is nicer than the working comfort. On the day 6, I found black old ballerina shoes, which I got when we sang Verdi's Requiem 8 years ago. The blue trainers are still okay, but I always find a reason to not wear them. €1 flip-flops, brush with falling hair, shoehorn duplicate. Oh, and the lace, for only 1 shoe makes 6. Silky blouses, which I got 10 kilos ago, can go to the charity shop. Did you remark that sometimes they are getting those tiny, tiny holes in unbelievable places? Am I wearing them wrong way? With 2 lint roll holders, it makes 7 items in total. My bad. Every time I saw some sweet cat bowl, I wanted it for our cat. Being mismatched, they made impossible to be piled together, hence broken edges. So here are perfect 8 pieces composition along with broken tin on the day 8. Someone please tell me why I'm still keeping the product key and the mousepad, despite I have no computer for 2 years. 2 old internet banking codes with no accounts, or cellular phone card from my home country, which I left 11 years ago, and a card with nobody's PIN code. On the day 10, it's time for old spices and their empty containers. I discovered also 2 bottles of broad concentrate expired in April. I always feel guilty about tossing away the food, but it's expired. The skin and hair care products what I have just for having. Sorry the ordinary, but you weren't gentle to me. 11 items on the day 11. Day 12. I think 15 years is a good age for the woolly shawl, matching to everything and nothing at once, or 20 years for beanie, matching the woolly blanket. And the other random shawls matching neither to something nor in between. How did I got the navy beanie which makes me to look like an Uncle Fester? This makes 12 strange combinations. Do you know what's this? Used clips for the envelopes, which we haven't. The boxes are the sensitive subject, which seems to be very practical for storing things. I think once I thought it's a good idea to keep jewels in it, but then it's a headache to find something what I need and I give up. And also my need in jewelry is really minimal, so they can go. Day 15. Cosmetics are always difficult to part, but do I really need 4 bottles of thickened nail polish? Or 2 travel size and 1 regular dried mascaras? Oh, Jolita. 15 items together with an odd color and scent candle, which I don't like for at least 5 years, and the Pure Lou spray. Halfway is done, and now we have 120 things less. For the day 16, I have selected handful not writing pens, 2 practical but absolutely impersonal pen holders from IKEA, and 2 funny souvenir fans from Luxembourg daily newspaper, which I always been keeping together with pens. Handful plus 2 times 2 make 16. It's quite some time when I've been using those white clay crafting tools and paint brushes. I also had planned for the Minder stencil. Just please remind me what kind of. With the worst in the world adhesive tape, here are 17 things which have no future in our house. The wrong size plastic lid holders I bought by mistake for our IKEA boxes and kept quite a few years. And 10 small things, when not broken, mean to help orchids to grow straight. Day 19. Our choir Christmas concerts are the only time I'm wearing black stockings. But when it's a winter and everything thick is welcome, so those 10 ones can go along with 16 other similar things and 3 different. Day 20. 20 bits and odds from the tackle box. For instance, those giant crooked screws once took me a half day to remove them from the wall. So why we are still keeping them? You tell me. Even though I'm not drinking alcohol at all, and my husband prefers a beer, we have wine drinking guests sometimes, and mostly they are responsible for this collection. And I also needed 21 items to discard. So here they are. Day 22. This is the most difficult task nowadays. I'm making gazillions of photos with my phone, and even though I'm not keeping all of them, it could be way less. Day 22, and my IT photo clutter is 22 items shorter. I probably haven't the deepest tackle box in the universe, but still found a bunch of ceiling rings and more displayed things the purpose of which I'm not sure about. But they all make 23 items together.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me. I'm not
Day 24. I went through the posters which I made over the years for our choir concerts and separate multiples. And I also decided that I definitely haven't any excuse for keeping Ancestors of Google in 4 volumes and a few other books, so the next 24 items are good to go. One of us is a professional musician, and there are always people thinking that they must suggest what we necessarily have to listen. CDs, DVDs, MCs. It's more than 25 items and we don't want them. Day 26. The short quiz. How many pie servers needs one who's never baking a pie anymore? I've got 4 and 8 baking dishes. And Tupperware box with 2 not matching lids. A not efficient oven cleaner which I'm never going to use, just like the other bits and odds which make 26. Day 27. Oh, the Christmas cards. Does someone know how long is appropriate to keep those? Even though they are so sweet and nice, is the day 27 is good enough to get rid of it? I guess so. And after all, the next Christmas are already approaching. Day 28. Another day, another box. Being the person who is wearing the minimum of jewelry, over the years I collected to the quantity which could be enough for middle-sized Christmas tree. And as we already have proper Christmas decorations, those can go. 28 pieces. Day 29, and we are almost there. I'm sure I'm not the only person who has the buttons as the main part of their sewing kit, but from today on I have less. Here are 26 pieces and 3 piles to go. Day 30. The last day of Minimalism Game. In the basement, I'm keeping very handy little toolbox which I would be opening like every other year or so, and closing. Very handy, isn't it? Can you relate? It's 30 last pieces. In 30 days, I collected more than 465 items at the end. Books went to the other readers, kitchen tools and clothes to the charity shop, and the other things changed the owner or went to the recycling center. I'm feeling bored, relieved and overwhelmed. We have less things to take care about and still enough. And I love the feeling. If you also would like to play the Minimalism game, I will put the link in the description box. If you liked this video, give me the thumbs up and see you in the next one. Also consider subscribing, because I will continue showing the things from our rental flat in Luxembourg and beyond.